Imagine losing your life over a poster. Well, that's exactly what happened to Otto Warmbier when he visited North Korea. Otto was just 21 years old at the time and he was living in West Virginia. He was about to go to Hong Kong to study overseas for an extended period of time, but before doing that, he wanted to go on one last adventure. He decided to go to North Korea with a travel group and a bunch of other people. And if you didn't know, North Korea is one of the most repressed countries in the world, and it's highly recommended you don't go there. So in December of 2015, Otto arrives in North Korea along with other tourists where they were planning on celebrating New Year's Eve together. The group of tourists were staying at a local hotel together that was known as the Alcatraz of Fun that was also somewhat separated from the rest of the country. So New Year's Eve comes around and the group is celebrating at the main square. After midnight, everyone ends up returning back to the hotel and everyone kind of goes in their different directions. Some people went to bed, some people went to the bar, and some people even went to the bowling alley. Otto was also sharing a room with this guy in the photo here, Danny Graton. Danny would go on to say later on that there was a 2-hour window period where he didn't know where Otto was, but when he returned to the room around 4:30 in the morning, Otto was sound asleep. So on January 2nd, 2016, the group goes back to the airport as they start getting ready to go back home. However, when they were passing through immigration, one of the security officers taps Otto's shoulder and tells him to follow him. After that, no one else on the trip ended up seeing Otto, and his family wouldn't find out what exactly happened to him for an entire month. You see, Otto had been arrested for doing something that most of us would never think would ever be considered a crime. What Otto was being charged with was basically ripping a poster down from a wall and stealing it. However, the problem is that the CCTV footage that the North Koreans used to charge him with this crime was extremely grainy, and the person in the video was wearing all black, so you couldn't really see if it was Otto or not. The only thing that was working against Otto was that there was footage of him walking through that exact hallway earlier in the day. However, in that other particular footage, he didn't touch the poster. So to this date, we don't know exactly if it was him or not taking that poster. However, the North Koreans didn't believe him and they made him go on national television to confess to his crimes. When Otto went on TV, he ended up saying that he wanted to take the propaganda poster as a trophy back to his Methodist church in the US in order to harm the work ethic and motivation of the Korean people. However, there was a problem with this. Otto was actually Jewish and he didn't attend a church. His family believes that he was forced to confess to a crime he never committed. And in March of 2016, he was sentenced to 15 years of hard labor in North Korea. I'm gonna run out of time, but this story gets a lot worse. Go to part 2.